We're really sitting on top of each other today.
Sure are. And we got our new cameras, so this should be interesting. Hopefully they don't shut off on us.
Or look like shit.
That too.
They won't, though. They're going to look real good.
All right, so welcome back to another episode of Tech Tuesday.
Yes, ma'am.
I guess we should probably start out saying if you like our videos and like our channel, please hit that subscribe button. Please like our videos. It really helps our channel, and we really enjoy all the support.
Yeah, we're starting to get some traction, so it's good to... Any support we can get really helps.
Yeah, agreed.
And obviously it motivates us to keep doing this.
Yeah, it does.
It's going to be a long-term thing, so we got to want to do it every day.
Oh boy.
You got to do your makeup a lot more now?
Yeah. Now I have to get ready every day. Okay, so we're doing old school today because, usual me, usual Tech Tuesday, my iPad's dead.
Of course.
So we're rolling with the sticky notes. I had two questions, but one of the questions you didn't like and would want to save for another Tech Tuesday. So,
well, I told you last time we did Tech Tuesday last week, I said we could ramble on a whole Tech Tuesday of just all the different types of differentials.
yes.
And this weekend, so we recorded the podcast with my dad last week.
Yes.
And then it kicked my ass all weekend. Literally had nothing but issues, like with our hard drives, with YouTube not processing the video, with just list goes on and on. I can make excuses all day, but it literally took all the way till today. I mean, I was up till midnight last night.
Yeah, you
were
were.
Like, are you ever going to come to bed? It literally took till this morning to where I was able to actually post it. And so getting that done, and then today I had to get our product posts up. Our gear marking compound was our product highlighter, whatever.
Yeah.
Today had to get those up, and then you were like, okay, so should I go get ready for Tech Tuesday? And I was like, son of a bitch. I didn't even think about doing that.
Yeah.
So I want to be prepared for the differential one, because there's a bunch of different kinds. I kind of want to I want that to be a good episode, because a lot of people have that question. I want to be thorough. I don't want that one to be one that I do kind of off the cuff, because there's a lot to that episode. So
Agreed.
I know we said that last week. This week we'll do that. Maybe next week that'll be, we'll be able to prepare for that one a little bit more and really go into depth on all the different types of differentials, where they're used, when it's not a good idea to use some types of them. So this one, I talked with Andrew a little bit ago, and over the weekend we sold a Dana crate axle for, I believe it was a JK. And so that guy, I believe we were trying to talk to him this morning about some different options that we have. And so Andrew thought it would be a good idea. Maybe we discuss all the different options we have for the crate axles, right?
Yep. Yeah. So my question is, what is the difference between our different crate axles and what do we offer?
So the crate axle stuff is something that we just added this year to our product line. They're a really awesome option. I know they're expensive, but at the end of the day, if you take everything into account, they're really not that expensive. So they really come with everything that the hardcore Jeep guys are looking for. Honestly, I mean, I guess from ground zero, what a Dana crate axle is from the factory. Dana Spicer is making upgraded Dana 44 and Dana 60 like complete axle assemblies from the axle shaft, or basically even further, some like the Dana 60s come with upgraded brakes and everything as well. So you literally drop the if you have a Dana 30 up front, You literally drop the Dana 30 out of the front of your JK or JL or Gladiator, and you can upgrade it to a Dana 44 or upgrade it to a Dana 60. Literally a bolt-in, super simple. And like I said, comes with everything that you want. I think Dana does, like, they upgraded the tube thickness. They know you're going to go out and beat the shit out of it. You know, we've bounced our front Dana 44 off countless rocks.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I mean, it comes with thicker axle shaft tubes. It comes with thicker, the brackets on the axle housing for, you know, where your shocks mount to, all of that stuff is thicker. Comes with a better cover, differential cover, so you can drain the fluid easily. It cools better. It's a lot thicker than the standard, you know, stamped steel one.
Okay.
You know, everybody upgrades that anyway.
Yeah,
it's kind of a showpiece, right? If you look under a Jeep and it has a cover on it, you know, okay, they've probably re-geared it, or they've probably, you know, they've done something to it. It's custom.
Yeah.
Is yours a little loud? Are you good?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Sorry, I feel like I'm screaming at myself.
No, you're fine.
And then, so they don't make a Dana 30. Anybody who's running a Dana 30 now, that's the weak point, right? That's why people usually, if you're going to be an off-roader, you go with a Rubicon because it has the Dana 44 up front, Dana 44 in the rear.
Yeah.
Once you start putting a lift, big tires on it, the Dana 30 is the weak link. It's like if you were to put 40s on a Dana 30 and go out there and try to climb some shit, if you get those tires spinning a little bit and it hooks, that ring gear is going to pop. There goes the ring gear. So, same thing with axle shafts and stuff like that. That's the weak point. So Dana Spicer knows that. And, so this line lets you either upgrade to a Dana 44, making it kind of a Rubicon, or you could even upgrade to a Dana 60 up front. So you could put Dana 60 front and rear, making it pretty much bulletproof for 99% of the population out there. You know, all the guys that we go Jeeping with, if they had Dana 60 front and Dana 60 rear, they could basically go anywhere. So, and it comes with, I guess the line that we offer is from the JKs and newer. So 07 to 18, I believe, is the JK range. And then also the JL and JTs, which is the Gladiator. So basically from the JK family and newer, you can upgrade to a Dana 44 front or a Dana 60 front, Dana 60 rear. And so they also offer a full line of the housings in 373 all the way up to 538. So like our Jeep has 538s in it, or is going to have 538s in it. They've been sitting on the shelf for a couple of years, but
going to.
Yeah, you can get it if you wrecked the truck or you wrecked your Jeep or something and you're just looking for a quick replacement. Like, these are literally sitting in a warehouse somewhere. They can be shipped to you within a week. So like in a scenario like that, you may not want to upgrade the gear ratio or something. You could go with a stock 373 or 410 ratio. They do offer that, and you can throw a new axle housing in, relatively simple, relatively cheap. But you know, for majority of the people who are buying these axles, they don't just offer it in the stock ratios. You can, you know, you're going to be putting the lift, the tires, everything. So you need to change the ratio to 456, 488, 513, 538, depending on your individual setup. So they do offer it in all those ratios. Next is they also offer the differentials can be a stock open differential, or you can buy it can come with an Eaton e-locker, so an electronic locker where you just kind of like what they come with stock, like the JL and JTs, they come with the, you know, push button on the dash. It locks the front, locks the rear, you're good to go. So you can buy an Eaton e-locker, upgrade in it. Or they also have a lot of the hardcore guys like the air lockers. They'll put a compressor. They've already got a compressor on board to air down their tires. At the end, they turn the compressor on, air their tires back up after the trail ride. So the compressor we have is an ARB compressor.
Yeah.
And then some guys even run like compressor tanks to hold compressed air, which is why you would upgrade to an ARB locker if you already have all that stuff, or that's going to be part of your system and you know that. The air locker is a great unit for Jeeps. So you can get those 3 open differential, an Eaton E-locker, or a ARB locker, straight from Dana, already put in, take it out of the crate, put it in. It's good to go. The last thing that they offer, which is pretty cool, is obviously you want to be able to drop your front or rear end out and be able to put it in right away. Yeah. And so that comes with all the stock brackets on it, already welded, already good to go. So you put it up, you mount all of your suspension to it, seats for your coils, all that stuff. It's already built in and ready to go from the factory. So you could do that, or if you're looking for more of a custom application, instead of them only offering all the stock brackets on there, you can get it bracketless. So you could buy a Dana 60 front end and put it in a buggy or something custom where those stock brackets you just have to cut off anyway and retrofit, that axle assembly to whatever you're putting it in.
Yeah.
You can get it bracketless, so it's just the axle tubes, the axle shafts and everything are already put in it. Everything's already built. It's just a clean slate for you being able to put whatever suspension you want. And a lot of the Jeep guys might do that too. They might go to more of a putting like King coilovers or something in it, where you might want to change the stock bracket location. So yeah, you're already going to have to cut those off, and put your suspension on wherever that lines up in your Jeep. Mm-hmm. So that's a great option, obviously, depending on what you're needing out of your vehicle or your buggy or your custom off-road, truck or whatever.
Yeah.
And we haven't sold a ton of them so far, but we get a lot of questions on them. So I know a lot of people are looking at them. I think we've only sold 2 so far since we've added them, but they're a great, it's cool to see the stock or like the OEM manufacturers knowing how, what the end consumer is really looking for. Because when you buy a Jeep, more than half of the time you're not just daily driving it, you're also using it as what it was intended for, as a Jeep. So
yeah,
you're going to be taking it off road. You're probably going to be needing you're going to be putting bigger tires on it, changing the ratio. At some point, you're probably going to need also, to step up to, like if we were more serious about taking our Jeep places, like upgrading to the Dana 60 rear and then also the Dana 60 front would make sense at some point.
Yeah.
And, it's one of those things that it's just such a simple upgrade now, where before it wasn't. You would have to build this yourself, and somebody who's not really in this industry but is a huge Jeep enthusiast, that'd be a big deal. You got to take it to a driveline shop or a differential shop and have them basically build that front end, rear end for you, which is going to be expensive as hell.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, Dana doing it from the factory, it's done right. It's an OEM product. It's straight from Dana. And they've pretty much done everything for you. Upgraded brakes on the Dana 60 because it is a heavier unit. You can put bigger brakes on it. So they just did it from the factory, knowing that that's probably going to be something that people do anyway.
Yeah.
Because if you're looking to put a Dana 60 in the front or the rear, like, there's a reason for that. So, like our stock, our Rubicon with the 40s on it, I wouldn't say it stops terribly, but that's a lot of weight, and that's a lot of extra. We're asking a lot from the stock components on that stuff when you put 40s on it, when you put 538s in it, when you start putting a lift on it, like all of that. And then you start adding all this other crap, right? Like our rear tire carrier, onboard air, like you're just adding a bunch of weight and stuff to it too. So
Or custom bumper.
yeah, exactly. Some of those steel bumpers are, they got to weigh 500 pounds, 300, 400, 500 pounds that you could be adding to the front, the rear.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that goes into the aftermarket Jeep stuff, and it's cool to see Dana knowing that. And
yeah, agreed. Because like our Jeep, it needs new brakes so bad. It squeaks like a mother.
Yeah. And it's not like we drive it hard.
No, we don't.
It's just because there's so much crap added to it. And
yeah, those wheels and tires are what?
You saw me trying to pick up the 40s with the wheels and try to just get it into place, line the lug nuts up or line the wheel up on the lugs and put it on. It was everything I had to do that by myself.
Yeah, I know.
Times 4, times the tire carrier, times the front bumper, the rear bumper, the everything.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
We've added a lot of weight to our Jeep.
Times 5, right? Because you got to have a spare. So.
Yep.
Yeah, these crate axles they're pretty legit, and they just come on a crate. It's kind of like ordering a reman unit. You order it. There's no core charge or anything with them. They don't want the core back. So it's cool in that way too. You buy the crate axle. I believe shipping is like $150 or something like that to you.
Really?
It's relatively cheap.
Yeah.
And because it's a one-way thing, it's not like they got to go back and pick the core up once it's in and all that stuff. It's relatively cheap. It's a one-way, put it on the truck, drop it off to the customer. So
okay,
that's something that you need to know as well. I know that bastard shakes every time we're doing a video.
Every time. Freaking Chip. Come here. You might as well come say hi now. For those of you who don't know Chip or haven't seen him in a long time, here he is, making his debut. Say hello. He's the one always shaking in the background.
That Bee's always yelling at too.
Yeah, I do. She's down for a nap, so
that's why we're doing
we
this.
get a little break.
But yeah, other than, if you are looking at a crate axle or you have questions on them, obviously give us a call.
Yes.
Andrew has a lot of knowledge on them now. He's been getting a ton of questions since we put them up. He knows the ins and out of them and knows what we have available right now too. So some of the stuff, there's a lead time on it, obviously depending on where Dana's at in manufacturing everything. But a lot of this stuff is ready to go from the warehouse too. So if you have questions or you're looking for something specific, just reach out to Andrew on whatever, email, live chat, on the website, like doesn't matter.
Call.
Yeah,
Yep.
Call. You have anything else?
I don't, because you took away my other question.
We're at 19 minutes, so that was a long question.
Yeah, it was, but good info.
Yeah, next week will be longer. So like I said, we'll prepare for that one. We'll have a good outline so we're not all jumbled.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so help me with that though. Remind me, like, 20 minutes before we shoot, like, give me a heads up, because I totally spaced this today.
Okay, I will.
All right, cool. Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, bye.
Bye.